It is week 10, and the students in my STEM Independent Studies course are a little bit more than halfway done with their project, in which they are to demonstrate their understanding of the engineering design process. We have students working in groups of 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we have students working individually. At the end of week 11, they are to submit a presentation explaining their progress up to this point. This includes a picture, a sketch, a model, or prototype of the product they have been working on the past few weeks. The students have been using Flipgrid to share their progress bi-weekly, and then they have also participated in live lesson. We have done small group discussions. We have also reached out to other teachers within our school. For example, there's a student working with a 3D product that she's designing, and so we reached out to the 3D instructor. There's another one using Raspberry Pi, so we reached out to that teacher as well. And then we have also done individual sessions with the individual groups. There's a couple of students that have experienced roadblocks or obstacles that have caused them to stop, revise, and modify their focus and even their final products. So this week I have invited a mechanical engineer to share his story with the students, provide insight as to what role he plays on his team, how does he and the team work together through come up with solutions to different problems that they encounter in the workplace, and finally answer some questions students have about the job or about their specific projects. Since we do have so many different things happening with STEM at our school, and we are really focusing on careers since it is one of our CSI goals, I have reached out to a couple of different potential speakers to speak with our students. So one of them was a NASA speaker that I requested via using their website actually. We do have a speaker coming in next week from JPL, but it is not a result of that email communication that I had. The speaker that's going to be coming is actually a relative of one of my coworkers, so that we were able to have that connection. I also reached out to 2 volunteers on the code.org website. They have people who have volunteered to speak with students and help facilitate different lessons, and so I reached out to 2 of them who live locally and have not heard from any of them yet. I also requested a speaker from the PennDOT website as well, using the request a speaker feature that they have, for them to come and speak with our group of students who are working on the PennDOT STEM Challenge. I also tweeted a Rube Goldberg machine expert, asking him for a few minutes of his time to chat with our students to kick off our 4th annual Rube Goldberg Challenge. Lastly, I reached out to Mr. Leonard, family friend, who is a mechanical engineer. Mr. Leonard and I had an initial conversation last week when I explained to him the reason for having him speak with my students. He explained that he has never done this before and really doesn't think he has anything exciting to share. I explained to him that it may seem ordinary for him, but for my students and I, he has valuable insight into the profession, which can help motivate and encourage our students. He said he's willing to schedule 30 minutes during his lunch break to help me with this project. From that initial conversation, I was tempted to move on with other prospects and not have him speak with our students. However, I have not been successful in getting confirmations from the other prospects. I decided to schedule a follow-up meeting with Mr. Leonard to schedule our live lesson with the students this week. This will allow the students to get feedback they need in order to complete their midterm by the end of week 11. I also asked my mentor for ideas on how to get a speaker to come into my classroom. She said that she had recently did this with somebody at the University of Pittsburgh. She reached out to the forensic science department. That professor was able to reply right away, and they were able to schedule an interview that very same week, and that speaker was able to come and join the classroom. So from this, I'm thinking perhaps I need to reach out to some other individuals as well. I maybe try to hit the college professors who would be great experts as well, and then use email and maybe even a few phone calls to try to get some additional speakers in the classroom.